Hello, welcome to episode 18 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I'm a knitter based in the north of England, in Leeds in West Yorkshire. And this is my channel where I talk about things that I have made, and usually knitting, as I said, or also crochet or sometimes sewing, embroidery, that kind of stuff. What I've made in the last 2 weeks. And this is, as I said, episode 18. So, I have had several new subscribers since the last episode, mainly due to the Mystery Knit Along diary vlog post that I put up, which the second week is currently in progress, but as I normally update every 2 weeks, I've thought I'd update with a brief podcast as well. There's not going to be a lot of well, there is a lot. I have done a lot of knitting, but it's only been on the one thing. I have got one finished object, and I've got some acquisitions and some questions for you as well. So, welcome. If you are a new subscriber, this is my usual fare, but obviously the vlogs seem to be getting some good response, so I'll keep doing that for the rest of the Mystery Knit Along. And maybe do some Vlogmas or something like that in the coming months. But here we go. I always start with what is on the wall. So what's on the wall this time is last year's Mystery Knit Along, which was the shawlography. I was mainly on point with this one. The only thing that took me off of timing was the border, which went on forever, but I love it. I love those stripes. It could probably do with a bit of a roll. It's got a bit crinkled there from being folded up. But these are all yarns by Botanical Yarn, who is based in York nearby. And yeah, I've recently had a go at doing these, braiding the sort of shrimpy wormy things that were in that, which I think I kind of like better. I'm yet to see, but I didn't like the holiness of the other one, and it would catch on things, and I don't know. I'm thinking I might leave it like that. Just this bit here. Can you see? Instead of the loopy bits. But anyway, let me know if you did anything different with your shawlography, if you took part last year. So, I need to take a breath. I hope you've got a cup of tea or some knitting to do. I've been watching lots of podcasts this week as I've been doing my knit along. Right, so I do have a finished object, as I said. This is a pair of socks that have been in the works for a few weeks, maybe a month or so. I don't know why I've taken so long to do them, but these are a pair of cold brew socks. This is a pattern by Alison of Lofty Loops. It's a really, it's a pattern designed specifically for self-striping yarns, or you could do it with a scrappy sock. Basically it's well, I'm not going to tell you what it is because you can buy the pattern. But it's a lovely pattern. It's a really easy pattern to follow. It's a cuff down pattern, but I like to do my socks toe up, so I did a Turkish cast on and increased the 64 stitches. This was knit on a pair of 2.25mm like a driftwood circular needles, so I did them on magic loop. And the colourway of the self-striping is a yarn from the Lonely Knitter. Hang on. Laura of the Lonely Knitter, that's her label there. She has her own podcast on YouTube if you fancy having a look at that. And this is the May, she did a self-striping club that were all based on Disney, and this is the To Infinity and Beyond Buzz Lightyear colourway. I only just finished them last night, so they're not blocked or anything, but like I said, just a toe up construction. I did a fish lips kiss heel there and a 2x2 rib and an elastic bind off. So yeah, I just need to sew the ends in and give them a block, but I'm pretty pleased with them. I did use another of her colourways for another pair of these. It's just such an easy pattern, and it just makes it a bit more interesting than just a normal striped sock. So if you've got some self-stripe and you want to do something different with it, I would highly recommend this pattern. So there you go, that's the Cold Brew socks by Alison. Oh, I can't remember her surname, I don't know, but I'll link her in the show notes. Oh, I should have said. So if you want to find me anywhere else, I'll put my card up here. So I'm on Instagram and Ravelry as @FrannyDoMakes. I have a Facebook, which is the same as the Instagram, but if you're not on there, which is just FrannyDo page. And all the show notes, so all details of all the yarns, the patterns, the project bags, anything like that, and full write-ups of the finished objects that I make are all on my website, which is like a blog. So that is www.frannydo.co.uk. I also, if you would like to support the channel any further, no pressure at all, but I do have a Ko-fi account, which is also linked below, if you would like to buy a cuppa. So I think that's everything. I can't remember. Today, oh, I should have said what day it is. Today is Tuesday. What day is it? Is it the 17th? 18th? It's the Tuesday of that week. I've lost sense of what day it is. Anyway, so yeah, that's where you can find me. That's who I am. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, as I said, that's the Cold Brew socks. And the pattern will be linked on the website. Beautiful. I do try to post on the website links that are not Ravelry if you have problems with the links, but I do post all my finished objects on Ravelry. Everything's got a project page, so if you friend me on there you can follow any of these anyway. So there you go. But I know that some people have accessibility problems, which is a real shame, because it's such a good resource and then they should be available to everybody. But there we go. Right, so that's the finished object. I'm just going to have a little cup of tea. Sip of tea. I have a biscuit brew, Yorkshire tea biscuit brew today, which is thank you to Hannah of the Corner of Craft of telling me that that exists. It's a bit of a game changer. So, as I said, I've only been really working on one work in progress. The others have gone by the wayside just for this time, just because I want to try and keep up to date with the vlog and everything. So, this is my Stephen West Mystery Knit Along for 2022. I am part way through Clue 2. I am not yet on to the last section of Clue 2, but I've done the first two sections, if that helps you in any way. Spoiler alert, I'll be showing it, so please, if you don't want to see it, I'll put a timestamp down below of when it starts and it finishes, so you don't have to look at it if you don't want to. But it is living in my jingly jangly, lovely, gorgeous favourite new bag, which is by Soft Accents. That's Jackie of Soft Accents, who makes beautiful bags out of the beautiful African wax print fabric, which I adore this type of fabric. I think it's so bold and beautiful. Living on my bag, I've got some little charms. I've got a Care Bear and a Popple, which are from Charms and Trinkets. I have some additions from my daughter, who enjoys to decorate it. So, okay, I'll show you my colours. So this is my main colour. This is the Cascade Heritage. Cascade Heritage. It's in the colour Navy, which is number 5744, but I think it's called Navy. So it's just a navy blue. It does have some flecks of purple you can sort of see there. So that's my main colour. My contrast colour is, try not to show you before I need to, is Fibre Spates Vivacious 4-ply, and the colourway is Shoreline. It's a bit greener than that, just a touch greener, but it's fairly accurate. And my accent colour, which will blow out of all proportion because it's a neon orange, is Coops Knits Socks Yeah. I mean, in argon. So that's that. It's unravelling a bit in there. Right then, so as I said, I am part way through clue 2. So, spoiler alert, I'm holding it up now. If I can get it out the bag. Okay. Okay. Hang on, I'm getting there. Right. So, we have clue 1, which is using the main colour and the contrast colour. We have the first of the rays, which is in the garter stitch, short rows and the twisted rib. And then the second ray, I think they're called, which is again garter stitch but was done with purling to make it match. And short rows again, so you can see the short rows there on the top. I am using my Chow Goo, are they 3.5s? 3.5s, and I'm holding my ends with my mouse, specific mouse, Mickey Mouse, needle stoppers, which were also from the Lonely Knitter. I have got a, is it on here? Where's it gone? Oh, I have been using my Rainbow Sheep stitch marker from the Corner of Craft. So I'm pretty sure now to, do I need to check the pattern as to whether I put this on hold, but this is it so far. And then the next step I think is to add some cables here and here, but I've not got to that yet. So there we go. So let me know if you're also doing it, how you're finding it, if you're enjoying it. I'm really liking it. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I don't know what's going to happen with these, if that's the right way even. I presume that's the right way. Don't know. But yeah, I'm liking the modular way of working. I like his modular patterns. Like my favourite is the Vertices Unite. I love that so much. I wear that all the time. I keep thinking about making the, is there a, sorry, Textures Unite, where it's different textures in it. So I've just gone into my second ball of my main colour, but I've still got almost 2 of the contrast, 1.5. So yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed it actually. The first clue was, it's gone now. The first clue was a lot of knitting, I thought. There was a lot of casting on, casting off. And I think I worried a bit about the stitch count, but really I didn't need to, because you were casting them off. It didn't matter if you missed a stitch or 2 in those things. And sometimes I'd put an extra increase where I didn't need one, so I was more often I had more stitches than I needed, only by 1 or 2, and so in the next row I just didn't add an increase. just missed one of the increases in that thing. So I just I would count how many stitches I had at the end of each pattern repeat of the chevron thing. And the first part of the raise, the nip side, that was really easy. I was a bit about the twisted rib, but that was pretty much a breeze. That wasn't difficult. There's only 6 rows of it. And to start with, I wasn't keen on having to purl all that other side because I was worried about tension. There's a lot of people that's making it that have had problems with their tension. But I don't think I've had any problems. It looks quite fairly even. And after the first day I did it, I think I'd just done a bit too much because I did most of the first row just all in one day, and then I went to do the purling and my hand was just aching. So I put it down and I left it overnight, and then the next day when I started it again, it wasn't too bad. It did take me longer to finish the purl side, I think, but not much longer. And yeah, if I have had any mistakes, I have made a few. Oh, hang on. Yeah, sorry. I just had to plug my phone in because it was dying. What was I saying? Yeah, I have made some mistakes, but nothing that I haven't been able to fudge in the next row. So, yeah, I think Stephen's patterns, although they look so complicated sometimes, they're easy to fudge and manage and fix a problem if you've got one. And because his videos are so clear, his instructional tutorial videos are so clear and easy to understand, I think, you know, even if you're really a beginner, you could manage to do something like this. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the process. I loved it last time, even though I didn't particularly love this finished shawl from last year. But I think that's down to my colour choices. I do love the colours individually, but I don't know, it's maybe a bit out there. But yeah, I think because it's there's only 3 colours in the newer ones, I'm enjoying this a lot more. I don't know about the cables, I don't know. I hope there's brioche. I know some people hate it, but this was my first time doing brioche last year, and I really, really enjoyed it. I love the feel of it. I want to make a full brioche shawl at some point. But you know, we all have these ideas, don't we? Whether it comes to fruition is another matter. Right, okay, so as I said, that's my main work in progress. I have got some acquisitions and some advice I would like from you, or some suggestions. Oh, another thing I've got is I need to make, my sister, I made this, this is years ago that I made this pair of mittens. So I made her a koala mitt. It's just crocheted with some pom-poms on. But I made her it and then she immediately lost the other one. So she wants one to go with it, but I was thinking that I might make a different animal. So I'll have to dig out, see what yarn I've got. I might have some of this grey to make it the same, but I don't know if I have. But I've seen a nice owl, and I've seen a nice panda, and maybe a fox. So yeah, something to match these. So cute. So yeah, I need to do that at some point, which will take literally next to no time at all because it's double knitting and it's just, I think from the look of it, I mean it's so long ago I can't even remember what I did. I think it's half trebles, half doubles. What do you think? If you're a crocheter, I think it's half doubles crochet. And some kind of rib. I can't figure out this bottom bit what I did. I mean I must have had a pattern at some point to make it, but I don't have it now unless it's in... No, I don't know. I'll have to look. I have like a big binder. Oh, it's here. I have a binder. Because I used to get crochet, Inside Crochet magazine and Simply Crochet as well at one point. I got 2. So I used to rip out the patterns that I like and they're all stored in here. So this is full of crochet patterns. So yeah, that's that. So it might be in there, I don't know. Anyway. The other question I would like some suggestions for is, I have this beautiful chunky yarn that I got from Needle and Thread, which is called Lady Marmalade, I think. It's a chunky merino. I mean, I've lost the label, but I don't know. But I want to make a chunky hat with this pom-pom. So if you have any chunky weight hat patterns, please give me the name of them. I have had a few, I don't know who they were by. I wrote them, I like them all in my favourites on Ravelry. One of them, they're like Harry Potter themed ones. They don't look like Harry Potter, but there was like a Time Turner one, I think, and there was the Unbreakable Vow, I think. I like those. So if you've got any alternatives that you want to hit me up with, then please, I'm all out for suggestions. So that yarn's been in stash for a while. In fact, probably since last year, because no, it's not. Might have been even the year before. Because the last time I used some Needle and Thread yarn was in my Winter Lights. So the really dark colour at the end. This one in here. That's a Needle and Thread. Oh, I need to get this out, give it an airing. Right. Whew. So, moving on to acquisitions. Now, I felt like I'd not done anything seasonal. I knew that Giddy Yarns, Helen, who owns Giddy Yarns and does the Giddy Knits podcast, was doing a Halloween knit along. So I felt like I needed some Halloween yarn. And so I found this from Lay Family Yarn, which I think is called Witch's Stockings, and this is the Mary colourway, so I think it's based on the Sanderson sisters on Hocus Pocus. So I got it's a 50 gram skein and then 3 contrasting minis. Very Halloweeny. So I might cake these up today and have a look for a pattern. So if you have any suggestions for a Halloween sock pattern, then also write it below. Thank you. So I do have some other acquisitions. I went up to our local garden centre the other day and I saw that they had some of this, which is Wendy Knits Recycled. It's made from recycled bottles. It's super chunky, 100 grams. No matter the colour, every ball is green. It feels nice. This would also make a nice hat. I might do it for Minnie. I might just do a normal ribbed hat. Made in West Yorkshire also. So yeah, that's Wendy Knits Recycled, as in it's recycled, I'm guessing. It's made from, don't say what the fibre, I'm guessing it's a solid colour made from 100% recycled polyester bottles. Shade number KRO2. Now up at the shop they only had this yellow or a grey or like a white, I think, like a cream. Well, cream in kids is a bad no-go in it, and I'm not going to get a grey, so she seemed to quite like this. It's almost like a pumpkin-y kind of colour. So yeah, there's that as well. So notification. Done that. And my last piece of yarn buying was I fancied making some Christmas socks for myself and my sister, and I thought I've not got any Christmassy socks really. Not that I've made. I've got some in a Christmas colourway, but they're just vanilla socks. And I do have this one in the waiting. In here. Yes, hang on. This that I did as a test knit last year, which I need to finish, but I put it on hold for the next. This is the Christmas at Bridgerton sock from Twinset and Pearl. I'm not putting it on a blocker. So I've made the one, I just need to make the other one. That's made out of some lovely hedgerow yarns. But it was a bit fussy, the lace pattern. They look nice, but then I had to do it cuff down, and that put me off starting the next one. And it's a twisted rib, but I've made one, so it's not as bad making the second one. So that's the yarn there. That's living in a Christmas project bag from Pixie Yarns, which is my only Christmassy one. But like I said, I don't do loads of Christmassy stuff. So I wanted to make some Christmas socks for myself and my sister. So I ordered some West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply. Sorry, it's the light is, there we go. This first one is Candy Cane. And this one is Vintage Tinsel. So that's a nice glittery one. This is a nice stripy one. I do also have a ball of just red, which I think is it the same red in both. Yeah. So to do for heels and toes and cuffs. Like that. Oh, I'm pretty tired out now. I've been tired all day, you know, one of those days where you're really tired. Oh, I am also thinking of writing up this pattern, which was my vanilla seed socks. I have written it up because I wrote it down. I mean, it's not hard, and it won't be like a paid for thing, but I thought I'll write it up. So I'll maybe knit another sample, see if I've got it right, and then I'll put it up as a free download on the website, and if you're interested you can download it and knit it and tell me if I've made any mistakes in it. Yeah, or I might build on it, make it a bit better. I'll see. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And that's all I've got to say. I don't have any other acquisitions, I don't have any other projects. So yeah, let me know how you're getting on, what you've been working on this last fortnight. Have you bought any new yarns? Have you got any plans for Christmas or Halloween knitting? I don't really have any life news. It's half term next week. Next week? The week after? No, next week it's half term. But that's not a podcast week, so that should be fine. Yeah, so this will go up on Wednesday evening, and then there'll be another weekly vlog for the MCAL on Wednesday as well, or Thursday. I can't remember. So yeah, so that's it. So thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more from me, and leave a comment, like I said, down below. Also, as there's been a lot of new subscribers, I thought I'd do a bit of a question and answer thing, so if anyone wants to know a bit more about me or anything like that. So if you've got a question or anything that you want to know about me or about the channel or anything else, then please ask a question below and I'll do a little video about that. Okay, so thank you for joining me. As I said, I hope you have a lovely fortnight ahead of you. Happy crafting, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye!